I'm a big fan of having a boom arm for streaming or a podcast setup over a traditional mic stand. In addition to just looking cooler, I think they add functionality and versatility. Most of us normal folks like to spend our money on things that are a great bang for the buck. Now, in the case of a boom arm, that usually means being sturdy yet easily adjustable, and I give bonus points for not including obnoxious branding all over it. And that's where this comes in. The FiFine BM66 boom arm. As for the disclosures, FiFine did provide the BM66 to me for the purpose of this review. However, I have zero obligation to say anything in particular, and FiFine does not get to see this review before it's posted. So to put it bluntly, these are my 100% honest opinions. As I like to say, no review is complete without a quick overview. The BM66 is made out of part metal and part plastic, and overall weighs about 4.75 pounds. It has a ball head at the microphone connection joint, which allows for quick and easy adjustment. The FiFine branding is very discreet at the top hinge and really doesn't stick out at all. FiFine says the arm can accommodate microphones up to 2 kilograms or 4.5 pounds, which is really heavy for a microphone. And we'll look at this in a bit more in depth later, but the BM66 also has a hidden cable channel to hide the cable coming from your mic. I have the T version of the BM66, which I guess stands for tall, because this one comes with a 5.9-inch extension tube that you can use to make it even taller if needed. And what I think might be the coolest aspect of the BM66 is that it comes ready to be used with all three standard microphone screw size attachments: 1/4 inch, 3/8, and 5/8 via adapters. Now this is really cool because you can use a number of different microphones or other things on the BM66 without having to go buy different adapters. A+ to FiFine for that one. Installation of the BM66 is quick and easy. Just tighten the clamp end on your table and then slide the boom arm in and tighten it in place with the included Allen key. If you have the extension tube, all you have to do is repeat the process with the extender. Once the arm is set up, you'll want to attach your microphone. Now remember, as we discussed before, the BM66 comes ready to be used with different screw sizes, so any kind of mic you have should work just fine. Now right now I'm using the FiFine Tank 3 microphone, which I've also reviewed, but again, you can pretty much use any mic you want. And once you have the mic installed, you'll want to plug in your cable, whether that be XLR, USB, or even both, if your microphone can support it, into the hidden channel. You can then easily reinstall the channel cover to hide the cable, and you're all good to go. And now that we're all set up, let's talk about using the BM66. Perhaps the first thing I look for in a boom arm is whether it stays in place after I adjust it. And I'm very happy to report that the BM66 does just that. I can move it wherever I want and it just stays there. It doesn't droop or sag. I don't have to put it several inches higher than I really want it to be to allow for some inevitable movement or falling like on really budget arms. I've been using the Tank 3 microphone just thus far, which weighs about 0.75 kilograms, but the BM66 can also easily handle an SM7B microphone, which weighs in a much heavier 0.85 kilograms. Now, taking it back to something I talked about earlier, FiFine says this arm can handle up to 2 kilograms, which is nearly 2.5 times the weight of an SM7B, which is pretty crazy. I also want to point out that boom arms can be used for more than just podcast microphones. You can do things like mount a shotgun microphone to boom it up and out of your frame. You could mount a webcam, or you could even get creative and mount a small camera, maybe something like a phone, to get a top-down shot. Now, I will note that some of those might require some additional sizing adapters, but nonetheless, don't think that boom arms aren't worth a consideration just because you might not be into podcast-style mics. I think the BM66 is a tremendous overall value. At the time of filming this video, it comes in at $65 US for the standard version and $73 US for the tall version, which is considerably cheaper than other heavy-duty boom arms. Now, don't get me wrong, you can get a basic boom arm for cheaper, and believe me, I have, but it doesn't take long to realize you get what you pay for at that level. I think as to the heavy-duty category, the BM66 punches above its weight class and is a great bang for the buck. If you're new here, this channel is all about helping folks on their content creation journey, and I really hope that this video did just that. You can click here for more videos to help on that journey, or feel free to leave me a comment below with something else you'd like to see.